It's a book that imagines the future, a future that has dramatically less crime and incarceration, and plots out some of the concrete and difficult steps that will take to get us there. It takes leadership, it takes courage and persistence by a whole range of actors at all levels of government and in communities. But it can be done. We can have greater crime control and justice, and with so many lives on the line, it has to be done.
We're here to talk about issues of crime, issues of justice, issues of, how do we make the world and the country we live in a safer place and a more just place.
We describe, the United States as facing a gun violence crisis, but in fact we're dealing with 4 separate but interrelated crises. Solutions for one type of gun violence are not necessarily the right solutions for other types. It's become in certain policy circles very popular to talk about violence as a matter of public health and as a contagious disease. And there's a lot of good elements about that metaphor, but it lacks urgency. It's a strategy that doesn't look at violence from the outside in. It doesn't focus on the root causes. It doesn't say, first we'll deal with inequality, first we'll deal with poverty, first we'll deal with lack of opportunity. It says, we know that a very small number of people are driving this problem in any given jurisdiction. We're going to figure out who they are. We're going to come together and form a partnership, not just of law enforcement, but also of community and faith-based representatives and service providers. And together, we're going to talk to this group and confront this group. And we're going to say, we know you're doing the shooting, and the shooting has to stop. If you put the guns down, we will help you. If you refuse to put the guns down, we will stop you.
We have to get to an awareness that a young black man at 16 years old in the south side of Chicago, that murder impacts everyone in this room. Whether that was your cousin, your nephew, your brother, doesn't matter. It affects everyone. And the way to respond to that there is evidence and science to do it appropriately, and we got to hold policing to a profession standard, right? Any other standard, any other profession, not to engage in evidence-based practices would result in malpractice.
I'm finding it really important for us to continuously engage individuals who have the firsthand lived experience. And so when we talk to young people who are in some of the communities that are most vulnerable and who have the solutions as well, have answers, it's the opportunity to make sure that we're creating an opportunity for them not only to be heard, but their solutions to be really implemented.
I think we can all be smarter. In the victim assistance field, they look at crime mapping, they look at where the hot spots are identified, and lo and behold, how about putting victim services there? It's just a no-brainer.
One of the most maddening aspects of this is there is all this good knowledge out there. Wesley led off the conversation by acknowledging we know a lot of stuff, and why is it that knowledge never seems to get in the hands of the people or make it to the communities where it can do the most good? Frankly, that's why this conversation was appealing to us, because it was a chance to sort of help to bring this important knowledge that Thomas has gathered and written about so eloquently to an audience of policymakers and folks who are engaged with the community.